Hi everyone, Bob here. Welcome to 6 essential strength training exercises for seniors. These exercises are designed to work every major muscle group in your body. I'm standing with my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to try to maintain the best posture possible. So I want to be relaxed in my upper body, especially my shoulders need to be down and relaxed. And I want to keep my head level and maybe my chin pushing into the back of my neck so that I don't lean forward with my head. A lot to think about here. And I'm only holding on to the chair lightly so that I don't fall over. It's just for balance. And I'm going to slowly push my knees so that they go over top of the middle of my feet. And I'm going to lower my body down until I can't go any further. If there's any pain, of course, I stop. But I'm going down very slowly, thinking about everything that's going on here. And when I get as far down as I can go, which is there for me, because I can feel some kind of pain in my left leg, I want to wait a few seconds, maybe 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to slowly come up and make those quads, hamstrings, glute muscles, hip flexors all work really hard. Maybe about 10 seconds going down, hold it for 3, and about 10 seconds coming back up. But I don't come right to the top. When I'm ready, I go down again. Slowly. Maintain that posture, especially with the head. Keep the head back and the chin sitting on the ledge. That's as far down as I can go, so I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, and then slowly start to straighten my legs until I get almost to the top. Oh, and I also forgot, I'm going to try to keep my heels planted. Here I go again. Keep my heels planted in the ground, but I'm lifting my toes up. And the balls of my feet a little bit at the front there are being lifted up. Well, my posture, I feel my posture leaning forward, just straight down. 3, 2, 1, and then slowly coming back up. And you know, this is such a different way to do this squat than I'm used to. It's a lot harder. I must be really working the muscles in my legs and in my hips and in my glutes. Because you know what? I don't think I can do another one. That's 3. That's good. This is a push-up, but it's a standing push-up. I'm not down on the floor. And I'm on an incline, an angle. And I'm on this kind of an incline because this countertop that I'm using here at the sink is up quite a ways. If I find this way too easy, which I'm sure it won't be, I could use something lower like the sofa or something. But I've chosen the sink. I kind of like this position, and I'm going to start with my arms at shoulder width apart, bent at 90 degrees at the elbows. And then I've got my heels off the ground, my feet are shoulder width apart, my head's in neutral. This is my starting position. Now to push away is hard, so I'm going to, first of all, take a deep breath here, in through my nose, and then when I'm ready to blow out, I'll push back. But I want to go slowly, and I want to think mindfully about what my body is doing and where I feel it. So I want to, if I run out of breath, I'll just take another breath. So here I go. I take a deep breath in through my nose. And then as I push back slowly, I blow out through my pierced lips. until my arms are straight. I think I'll forget about the breath for now because this is new for me, and I'm holding it here for about 3 seconds, and then I'm slowly coming in, and gravity's helping me here, so I have to slow myself down because gravity wants to pull me right down to the floor. Notice my heels are still up, and I'm trying to do it as slowly as possible. So I feel it in my shoulders. It's my rotator cuff in that ball and socket shoulder joint that I'm working. Hold it and then slowly come in. So the slower I do this, the harder it is, and also the more muscle fibers are being activated. That's what I want. I'm also working the front of my body where my pecs are, my chest area. That's what I'm working. Boy, just to hold it and then come back down and do it slowly and go back out slowly is a lot of thinking. And that's what this is about, being mindful and working until you can't do it anymore. And that's enough for me. But I'm sitting on the edge of the chair so that I can be in the best seated posture possible. My hips are forward a little bit. It pulls my torso up. My legs are shoulder width apart. And my knees are above my ankles. And my feet are grounded into the floor for support, but I think I'll just make it a little harder and lift my toes off the ground a little bit. There we go. So now I'm sitting in this great posture seated position, but now I'm going to work the arms here, right? So I got the shoulders, I got the elbows up about shoulder height, so it's a 90-degree angle at the elbow joint there. And so I call this a goalpost position. I can have my hands like this, I can do the fists, I can turn them in, I can do the fists. It just works the wrists a little bit. So you choose about the wrists, but I'm really going to, just when I'm ready, I'm going to push my arms straight up very slowly, trying to maintain my perfect posture. Oh yeah, my head, I've got to push my chin into my neck to get my head to go back a little bit, because I watch a lot of TV and use the computer and drive a car, I'm always slouched forward, so my neck is in a very unhealthy position most of the day, so push it back. My arms are still going up very slowly until I get the arms pretty straight. They're coming close to my head. Then I'm going to reach a little bit further up with my fingertips and hold it. 3, 2, 1. And then slowly come down. Gravity's trying to pull me down, but I'm resisting, so if I slow it down, I'm working more muscle fibers. That's what I'm all about here, trying to build muscle fiber. And that's approximately where I started, and then I'll repeat it until I can't do it anymore. A deep breath in through my nose and blow out as I move my arms up. Here I go. I ran out of air right there, so I'll just hold it briefly. Take a deep breath in. Most of the time you see people doing this exercise on the ground. They're lying on their back, their legs are bent, and they're lifting up their hips and lowering their hips, or they're lying on their side and they're lifting their hips up and putting them back down. But I'm going to do it today standing up. So it's all about the hips and the sides of your body and your core muscles deep inside your body. That's what we're activating here. But of course, they're all connected to all the rest of your body parts. We're also going to be feeling it in our low back. So I'm going to stand close to a wall somewhere, but not too close. I mean, I could stand right up against the wall and get the wall to help me support my body weight, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I can challenge myself a little bit. So I'll come out from the wall a little bit. So I'm in my perfect standing posture, right? I've got my lobes here over top of my shoulders by pushing my chin back into my neck. I've relaxed my whole body. My shoulders are above my hips, which are above my knees, which are above my ankles. My arms are at my sides, and I'm just going to slowly, with the palms facing in, slowly bring my straight arms out in front of me. Stand tall. Think about that posture through the whole thing. And slow everything down, targeting my low back and my core muscles deep inside my body. Notice my thumbs are coming up first. And you can spread your fingers if you want, or keep them together, doesn't matter. Just thumbs up, straight arms, looking straight ahead. Keep looking straight ahead. Keep your head in neutral. Look straight ahead. Push your chin into your neck. Here go the arms. Slowly straight up. Straight up. Nice straight arms. Straight up. Where are they headed to? They're headed to the wall behind me with nice straight arms. Keep your head in neutral. Look straight ahead. Where's the thumbnails? Where's the wall? There it is. So there's an arch going on in my back here. I'm on a bit of a slanted backwards, and then I'm going to come down slowly, and it's harder coming down because of gravity again, so I'm going to slow down that gravity, and I'm going to really work the muscles in my low back and in my core, especially. Now, if you wanted to, you could start maybe here and not go all the way to the bottom, but let's go all the way to the bottom and take full advantage of the range of motion, the ROM, range of motion. So we're trying to be mindful, we're trying to slow everything down, we're trying to maintain perfect posture, and we're trying to go through a range of motion, whatever that is for you. Here I go again. But when I get to the top, this time I'm going to take my head with me, just to make it a little bit more difficult. So I'm looking straight ahead, my hands and my thumbs are straight ahead, but as they go up, I'm going to look at my thumb nails. Here I go. I can already feel my back arching when I look up. My hips are coming forward, my shoulders and arms are going back, my head's going back, I'm looking for the wall, so that my thumbnails will touch it. There, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come away. My head's following those thumb nails. So as I come down, very slowly, my head comes back to neutral. Why not take the head with me all the way to the bottom too? So that means my chin heads toward my chest. And I look down to the floor, looking between my hands. You know, I think I can do this one more time. Here I go. Slowing everything down. Focus, focus, be mindful, mindful. Try to sense where you feel it the most. What are the muscles you're working? You'll feel it in your low back, but as far as those core muscles that are deep inside your body, you won't necessarily feel those, but they're being engaged for sure. So whenever you're exercising from now on, I want you to do it as slowly as possible with the best technique, best form you can whip up. Do I want you to incorporate the breath? Of course I do. In through your nose, out through your mouth slowly. And work until you can't do it anymore. And that's 3 times. That's enough for me. The seated row. I'm sitting on a sturdy chair on the edge so I can practice my best posture. My feet are below my knees, but I could have them out a little bit. My hips are forward a little bit, so that brings my torso up. My chin is on a ledge, and my chin is pushing back into my neck. This exercise is good for the entire posterior chain, from the base of your skull all the way down to your tailbone. I'm going to take my arms and I'm going to bend them a little bit at the elbow joint and bring them close to my body. As I pull back with my arms, pulling my shoulders apart and my elbows going back and my shoulder blades in the back coming together. As I do that, I slightly sit up a little taller and lean back, putting pressure on my low back, but not much. So here I am sitting in this rowing position, and I'm going to lean back slightly as I pull my arms back slightly, keeping them close to my sides, feeling my shoulder blades come together and the muscles that contract them. And then I slowly, very slowly, go back to my starting position. It's not much of a movement. I slowly bring my arms back, sliding them along the side of my body as I arch back and lift my torso up, keeping my head in neutral. Lots to think about. Hold it, and then slowly come back and relax the muscles that are working my back. Here I go again. Yes, my arms are coming back, but not much. I'm at the beginning, and when I'm ready, I slowly. So don't worry about the movement too much, being super slow for this. Worry about what muscles are you using to pull those arms back. And once you know what muscles in your back you're actually using, you can concentrate on the slow, mindful movement. Because you have trapezius muscles in your back that overlap your shoulders. They also go up into your neck. You have those big, huge lat muscles, latissimus dorsi muscles in your back. You have those rhomboids underneath your shoulder blades that are working your shoulder blades and your collarbone and your shoulders in the front. So lots of muscles doing this. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, you might be able to find yourself some kind of a band that has give to it, a strap, and put it underneath your balls of your feet there. Okay? And then you're going to get a good grip of it. But your arms are going to be still in the same position. And yes, when you pull the strap and you pull your arms back like this, it's really about your back. So my arms are going to slide back, but I'm going to lift up my torso here without compromising my head as I'm pulling my arms back. holding it. And then when I'm ready, very slowly relaxing the band. And here I go again. Very slowly slide my arms back, pull the band. That extra weight created from the band makes this a little bit more advanced. And then back to the beginning. So remember, it's not as much of this as it is of a little bit of the low back and the rest of the back. You're sitting in a great posture and moving very slowly. Okay. So I'm going to call this the lunge, but the lunge and the squat are pretty much the same. I think the lunge is a little harder because my feet are in an unstable position. One is in front and one is behind. I'm up on the balls of my feet at the back, and my balance is just harder. It's harder to stay. This is a squat. This is a lunge. So because of this unstable leg position, it's going to make it even harder. So I've noticed my heel's up at the back. So when I'm going straight down like an elevator, I got to make sure my posture's right though. I always have trouble with my head coming forward. So because of all that computer and television and driving stuff, I want to stand up nice and tall. Okay? So my ears are above my shoulders, which are above my hips. So I'm standing up in my best posture, trying to relax, and I'm just going to lower my body down very slowly like an elevator, bending the knee at the front, and bending the knee at the leg, bending the leg at the front at the knee, and bending the leg at the back of the knee. As I slowly come down, I'm thinking about all the things about my form and all the muscles that I'm working, and I can feel them right in here and in the other leg especially. And I get down here and I go 3, 2, 1. That's as far as I can go, by the way, and then I slowly come up. Normally I'd push my way up quicker, but this is a lot of work when you slow it down. And when I get pretty much to the top, I'll posturize myself here. There, and I'm going down slower again. This is a body weight thing. I'm not using any bands or any weights. I'm just using my body weight, and it's tough. And here I go, 3, 2, 1, and back up. How many of these do I do? I do it to failure, which means I do as many as I can. But remember, posture, form. Here I go again, slowing it down. This is going to be the last one, I think, so I'm going to take my time coming up. I'm going to take longer to come up. I really work those muscles. I want them to be exhausted. And I get to the top and I'm done.